All right, we're going live. Get ready. I'll do the whole little intro thing.
I'll be waiting.
Just driving my ATV around while we wait.
All
Oh,
right,
dang it.
all right, all right. I'm just getting the other screen up here so we can see the. Okay, all right, everybody. This is Shake and Bake from Copybug Paste, and this is Homebrew Vehicle Sandbox, and this is our first workshop that we're holding. And tonight we're going to be focusing on basically car building and tuning, the basics of making your first car, how to hook things up, how to get it running, and once you get it running, how to kind of tune it so it behaves kind of the way you want to. And the first thing I'm showing you right now on the screen, you can see is the Homebrew Discord community. You'll see the links below the live stream here. If you have the game or if you're even interested in the game, you should join us here, because what's awesome about this right here is we're up to about 53 members already. We just started this on Thursday, but basically this is this hub where you connect with other players. You learn how to, again, build stuff. You learn from each other. You share your creations. You share videos. It's just great program tool to do that, and it's really efficient. And in here, we also have what are called build helpers. These are volunteers that basically have stepped up and said, hey, if there's people who need help, we'll jump in and help them out. So we want you guys to know about this. This is Discord. Again, the link is below the description of the video. And I'm going to introduce people that are going to be in this. We've got Colin, who basically, I think, goes mostly by Bear Grylls. Is that right?
That is correct. Hello,
Okay.
everybody.
Hello. He's longtime homebrew player, and also he's the one who made the exporter-importer tool for HB13 and 14. Is that correct, sir?
I did not make the 13 version. Somebody called Zool made that one.
Okay.
I made the 14 version.
Awesome. We love it. We got Gid Skid here. Good evening, sir.
Hello.
Okay. We got we got Gunned Up.
Or Gore Force. This is me.
Hello, sir.
Gore Force.
And the other one thing I'll try to introduce the next person. What's awesome again about the hub is in here you're going to see a lot of the times the developers will be in here, or myself, the PR manager. We're in here quite a bit, or monitoring this through our phones. So again, the next person up is Igneous from the dev team. Thanks for joining us.
Hey guys.
We've got Sated Milkman, and he's our honorary VIP guest tonight. He's actually going to share his screen through Skype, and he is one of the most advanced builders I've met in this game, and I'm just actually in awe that he's here. I want to thank you for being here, sir.
I'm glad to be here.
I'm just
all hail Sated Milkman.
all hail Sated Milkman, and we're just having a little fun. He did tell us that some friends of his are watching, so I had to razz him a little bit. And then last but not least, we got Squash.
Hello.
All right, thanks for joining us, Squash. And the way this is going to work is we're basically going to start off with a basic car. All of us in this group are going to kind of chime in at different points and talk about building a vehicle. But by the time this is over, you guys will hopefully learn something new. If you have questions, put those in the chat. I'll be monitoring the questions, and we'll try to answer those during the live stream, especially since we got a dev in here with us. Hopefully we can do that. So I got this screen up now of Sated Milkman, and I think we're going to get started.
All right. So I've just got a basic little car here, and some of the wheels are a little bit wonky. It's just how I place them on, still the default wheels. And one thing you want to make sure when placing on wheels is that these arrows are on the bottom of the wheel. These ones are on the top. So it's really simple, just click them. If not, then it'll be all weird when driving. And we want these arrows all pointing forward along with this silver arrow. So we just click on the wheels, and if you hold shift, you can select multiple ones at once, just like that, and then click is left wheel. If you want to highlight all the wheels, you just double click, and it'll get all the wheels that are attached to your frame. And it's easy to just change what wheels you want and some of their properties. So I'm going to do 2 forward friction. I know this is a little bit heavier vehicle, so I'm going to do about
Wait, hold on. I'm going to cut you off.
3,000
Hold on, say the
suspension
milkman.
force.
I'm going to cut you off real quick here. Let's not get into suspension stuff yet. Let's first start off, if we can, with just what parts do you need even to get a car to go or a ground vehicle?
So the first thing you need to get going are tires, an engine, a fuel tank, which is actually on this seat, a battery, and I think that's pretty much it. Just 2 wheels, seat, engine, gas tank, battery. Yeah.
And then are we recommending they use the simple engine, simple?
Yes, I do, because the other ones are a little bit messed up. Like Colin was saying, the transmission settings and all like that are messed up for the red ones.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the torque calculations seem to be a bit off, and it can either be too fast or drastically too slow, depending on how you implement it.
Okay, so obviously wheels, the simple 6-cylinder engine, a gearbox, simple gearbox, a battery, and gas.
Yeah. You don't even need the simple gearbox, but it's approved. I mean, I do.
Okay.
Either that or a transmission. So just a simple engine, gearbox, a fuel tank. I don't recommend adjusting them, just using them just like that. It's 1,000 liters. And at max, I think this only uses 5 liters a second.
Okay.
But when you adjust them, you'll come back into the builder and parts will be messed up and off. So just keep them as they are.
Okay.
Or if you're using the blue seat, it automatically has a gas tank on it.
Yeah, I didn't know that and we're looking at the that's not the norm. Well, I'll say it's not the bucket seat. That's the actual new little like motorcycle seat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the new motorcycle seat. You're also going to need a battery for the engine.
Okay.
And a toggle box for starting the engine and keeping it on.
Okay.
I don't think I have one.
You could also tie in accelerate with your activate, and that would work that way too.
Oh yeah.
What? Say that again. You tie in what? Is that a part we'd put in there?
Without using the toggle box for
Okay.
less parts, you can just put the accelerate. What I usually map as a W key to accelerate or throttle. You can tie the throttle to the both of the activate and the throttle on the engine.
Have you guys ran into this? So this is what I've run into with that. I notice when I don't use the toggle box, like I use X to start the engine. I have found if I don't use it, it's like I have to hold the X down to keep the engine going.
What he was saying.
That's why you would put it. That's why you would put
throttle.
it for when you're wanting to go forward. You can tie both of them together, so you can bypass even the toggle box.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you would have put this connection onto both the throttle and the activate. So if I lock my window here, and then take control, and if I press W, it'll both start the engine and push the throttle.
Okay, so that's see, I've not learned that. I hope you guys just got that in the stream. So basically, you don't have to use X to start the engine. Use your W key, which is your forward key normally, to throttle the engine and also activate it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But I like using the toggle box still because it keeps the engine on. It's just my preference.
Well, it also gets you used to the system better too. With trying to add more stuff.
Could I ask you one favor? Could you rotate the screen up towards the sky so that the people in the stream could see?
So it's easier to see
the tuning boxes or area. Yeah, something like that. Let's see if that maybe that's
all right.
Yeah. So let's dive into the tuning. So this is this part, and kind of go slow on this. I think about here's what I hear from everybody actually is unhook everything, and then we'll show how to hook up. But at some point, everybody, if they want to share, the way you organize this on the screen, because I know as you start adding a bunch to the screen, it can get complicated. So any tips or tricks you guys have about how you group things, I think might be useful as we hook this stuff up.
So I always keep the engines kind of in the center. So my propulsion method's in the center. This is mainly for cars, and then my wheels over on the right. And then I like to organize my wheels. So if you click on them, you can see which one I have highlighted. I like keeping the back ones, separated from the front one. So this is a front one. So I would put that up there. This just helps for when organizing, you know which one to go steer. So this is a back one, you put it down here. And the gearbox, just in between the engines, and then everything else kind of around.
Okay. Anybody else in the chat do something different than that?
I like to
usually
lay out.
like.
I'm sorry.
Well, I usually think of it like, if my seat forward is facing to the left, so then I organize everything like if you would position your camera on top of your vehicle. So like your left wheel would be left bottom, then the engine would be the middle, right wheel would be right bottom. So it's like a top view of your vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
I like
see.
that.
So you'd be something like this. Ooh, I gotta remember what the.
I think what he's saying, he actually would shape the boxes to represent the vehicle. Is that
Yeah.
from a
Okay.
top-down view? So
Yeah. I do
I
that for my
gotcha.
wings and my wheels also. It really helps you keep track of where your left, right, and your front, back are.
oh, I like that.
Exactly.
I've not done that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
The only thing that doesn't follow the rule is the seat. Seat always goes like the most left it can go.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that.
Just so you don't have those wires going all weird.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, these are our front wheels, and then our drive shaft, and then our two rear wheels. Just some speedometer and a number display so we know our speed, and our fuel tank. I don't know. I like keeping the fuel and batteries up here just because they only go to one thing. And the
Yeah.
batteries, it doesn't matter for the simple Falcon if it's in series or parallel, because it just needs 12 volts to start. I did 2 just for symmetrical reasons down on the
Okay.
vehicle on either side.
Okay, so firstly, what are we hooking up? Power to the engine?
Yeah, we'll just do power to the engine, and then we'll do the fuel output into the fuel for the engine also.
Okay.
And then next, I like to use a toggle box for the activate. So we'll just go ahead and put activate onto the toggle, and then the toggle output into the activator of the engine. That way, when you press X, it stays on.
All right.
And now the throttle is just simple W. And to map them, it's really easy. You just click on the box and then hold the key that you want to assign. And so now the next part of the engine is just to take the drive shaft output and put it into either your transmission or your wheel hubs, just like that. And you can change the gear ratio, but I tend to leave it at the default value just for the start test, and then connect the output to your back wheels or your front wheels, whatever you prefer, or
is
just all
default
of them.
on the gear ratio normally 1 or is it 0.5?
Default's one.
It's 1.
It's normally
Okay,
1.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just put that on 1. And then you can just start by hooking up your steering now. So steering would be a button axis, unless if you're using a controller. And the steering, I like using the top key as D and the lower key as A. Otherwise, your wheels will be inverted. So if you're using A to turn left, it'll actually turn right.
The
And then
trick
connect.
there is the top one is always what you want to be the positive value.
Okay.
The bottom one, when you're doing a button axis. So you've got the button axis up. The top one would be D or W. Yeah. Those would be the ones you want to have a positive value. The bottom one would be the negative value.
Okay, yeah. And then you just map that to your front wheels for steering. So if we look down at our front wheels, we can see that they turn.
Okay.
We lock our camera. They turn really easily. Let's unlock the camera. And now we have the basics of our car. Just some simple stuff like hooking a speedometer up to a number display.
Okay.
And you can change it from kilometers per hour to miles to meters per second and to knots. And for your number display, you can even add what you're displaying, so mph.
Awesome.
And our bike seat steer is basically the same input as your steering. So whenever you turn your wheels, your handlebars will correlate to the same.
Okay.
And I think that we're all good to go for our first test drive. This is just raw. There's no really editing of the vehicle or the wheels. So it's going to drive kind of... Oh, what's that?
Oh, I was going to say, these guys on the stream, you keep going. So this part of the, you basically, again, what I love about this game, I think a lot of people love about it, is this part right here. This, to me, this is like, I've spent hundreds of hours in just making something, testing it, going back, tweaking it. It's like this challenge. So, we're just showing you just how to get this thing started, and hopefully it starts and runs. And then you're going to realize right away, okay, this is not running the way I want it to run. So what we're going to do next is go back into that tuner and start showing you now, how do you tune this vehicle so it runs in the way we want it to run. And that could be different for everybody. So look, it's running. Great job, Sated Milkman.
Yeah, and as you can see, it looks like it's acting on ice, like a drift.
Right.
And that's due to the friction on the wheels. But it does run, and it's a little bit hard to control, around turns. Like there, I just spun out. And this is just something that can be simply fixed by just messing with the tuner. And as you can see, I'm very slowly accelerating also. So I would want to change those gear ratios and possibly the forward friction.
All right. Should we jump back in the tuner and start tweaking? One thing I'd like us to add, if you guys don't mind, and I know Sated Milkman is going to get a chuck out of this, but would you add a smooth box?
Yeah.
It's an inside joke, guys. You'll know why in a minute. But there's a thing called a smooth box, and I find, especially if you're using keyboard and mouse, that using the smooth box really kind of smooths things out when it comes to steering. And so we'll talk a little bit about that. I don't know, people with game pads, I don't know if that applies as much. Any of you on here right now use a game pad? Do you guys use the smooth box?
I really never use the smooth box on a controller. By the way, I think you can just smooth all the inputs and all the outputs on your seat anyways. Or is it just on the bucket seat?
The problem with
the motorcycle
that I built just on the steering.
Yeah.
Because it was such a low, it was like a 6-degree angle, so.
But on the smooth box on the seat though, you can't set the variable, can you?
I don't think so. No.
No. So
the problem I have with the seat box the smooth box on the seat is that it applies to all the values. So your throttle will slowly go up, and you have to hold X to start then, because the toggle box only outputs when it gets a 1.
Yeah, true.
Right.
So I like just using an outside smooth box, which is right here, and then I'll just disconnect the steering.
Yep, that's what I do.
Yep, and you just alt-click to disconnect, and then take your smooth box and put it onto your wheels.
That is what I do. Yep.
Yep.
I even run it to the steering wheel. I even run that out to the steering.
Yeah. Yep, which is right down there. So now they turn a little bit slower, and if you just want it to go even slower, then you turn down the speed. So 1.5. And now they take a little bit longer time to turn over, which I feel that's a little bit too slow. So there we go. And that just helps so that when you're going high speed and you turn, it doesn't automatically go 20 degrees and flip you.
Right.
And it feels more real.
Right.
So, as you saw, it looked like I was on ice there. As you saw, it looked like I was on ice there. So I'm just going to click these back wheels.
Now let's
and then change their.
Let's go slow here, because I'm telling you, right, the wheels to me, I could spend hours in the settings of the wheels, and like I still am not clear like what the sweet spot is. I guess it depends on each vehicle, but if you could be just really deliberate through this area, all of you guys talk about these things, because I think this is a big part of ground vehicles is what the hell is suspension dampening, suspension force, all of this stuff, and what should we be putting this on?
All right.
All right.
So,
Go for it.
so what you need to learn, what you need to know about the wheels is what you want your vehicle to behave like. So, do you know what understeer and oversteer is? Oversteer means your back end will go out. Understeer will be meaning you're taking more time to turn in. So, it's a fine balance. What you typically would want to do for the most control, I find, is slightly more traction in the back.
Okay, so sideways friction, right?
Yeah, the sideways friction.
Yeah. I usually
Um,
do a default of like 5, and if it's too much, then I turn it down when testing.
5 would be the most realistic.
Yeah. 5 is the
Uh,
maximum also, I think. Yeah.
Correct. And then you would like to have slightly less in the front.
Yeah.
But if you make the value so high, let's say you put 4 or even 3 in the front, and then you have 5 in the back, you'll have major understeer, which means your car won't turn nearly as sharply. It'll keep trying to go forward when you're trying to turn. So you need to fine tune that, maybe increase the front end if you're noticing your car won't turn as much.
Mm-hmm.
So you would be able to go like, let's say 3.5 for the front end, and then 3.9 for the back end. I would say that would probably balance that vehicle out.
And then did we talk about suspension force and damping already?
Okay. So suspension force is the weight it takes to push down these springs that are inside of here.
Okay.
So if you have a really heavy car, you want your suspension force to be quite high. And the dampening just means how fast it's going to react to hitting a bump. So if this is a low value, your ride will bump or will, I guess, be smoother. And if it's a pretty high value, then it'll be stiff, as when you hit a bump, your wheels will reset to their default, like right here. Oh.
It's also dampening. A higher dampening will also prevent your vehicle from swaying as much.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to make a classic car and you want the boat-like feel to it, you would want to have less dampening.
And that means it's
If
going to
you-
like what, bounce more kind of?
No,
Yeah.
it'll lean more.
Lean more. Okay.
So the suspension power will make it bounce more.
Okay.
If you have too much, it won't bounce
The
at
dampening
all.
is it's basically like a smooth box before the movement of your wheels. It prevents
That's a good way to put it.
It prevents them from traveling or accelerating too quickly up or down.
Now, what about tire size and width? Does that affect, speed of vehicle, how it handles? I've not really experimented too much with that. I mean, so if we put some like
It does.
it does. Okay.
So I'm guessing that the higher wheel scale, which increases it by, I guess its length or tallness. So I'll just put it at 3 to show you.
Show these guys what
Diameter.
I love that.
So we got our tractor here now. I'm guessing a wheel like that, because it's a larger circumference, it'll move faster with the engine. But I haven't done much testing with that. I
All
just use it as visual, and then wheel scale makes it wide. So as we go,
why not? Joe,
it makes it even
baby.
wider.
Yeah. Just real quick, I want to tell people watching this in case you don't even know what this game is. The one thing about Homebrew Vehicle Sandbox is, and this is what this game has, is when we say you can make whatever you want to make, you can. And the reason is because we give you so many variables to work with that, you can make pretty much big wheels, skinny wheels, slippery car, or just something basic. So the reason we're showing all this is just to show you guys, you have like total control over all of these elements on your vehicle. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
All right. So if you notice also in the testing, we didn't have brakes. So I'm just going to add some very basic brakes. and it takes quite a high brake force. I'll just do all of them at 30,000. And this is pretty easy to map as well.
I have found that too.
That
You really
is
got to
very
crank the
high.
brakes up, don't you?
Yeah.
What you
But
can
since
do
this car
is
is
have
quite
forward
small.
friction.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have the forward friction on too, which will grip a little bit for the brakes.
I never use such high brake values. Mine are usually around 3,000 or 4,000.
Yeah,
Really?
mine too.
I think you guys are, the problem is you put your brake force too high and then your wheels are locking up
Yeah.
All right.
and then you lose grip when that happens.
Oh.
So I'll do
You
about.
should
You
be
want your
able to
brake
just
force-
put it around a K.
Yeah, you want
especially
it
for
to
a
be
car this
slowing
small.
down your wheels without locking them up.
I
That
put
will
like
give
at
you the most
40,000.
effective ability to slow down. No, that's too high, man.
All right. So do you guys
As-
also
as-
just do a forward friction of the same for all of them? For all wheels?
I usually just do it for the front wheels.
Oh, okay.
Now,
I
why?
tend to build with the rears. Like I don't really use much on the front at all. But that's because I like oversteer. So
Okay. I'm in a pickle here.
Well, and so,
Uh.
so the thing is, it really comes down to sometimes obviously preference, but also doesn't come down like the weight and size of your vehicle.
That's definitely. So basically, I would say if your car is about 2,000 kilograms, you'd want to have about 3,000 to 4,000 brake force, with like maybe the front end having or more wheels having some of the forward friction, like
Huh?
1 to 3,
Okay.
somewhere in between there, and experiment with it. What I use on my vehicle, my muscle car I created, I use the front wheels with a forward friction of 3.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Should
Yeah,
we
the
test?
forward friction will affect how good
Well,
the grip is with your brakes.
now we got to map up the brakes.
Okay.
And so we just click on the plus sign to add a extra input for our seat. And this one's will be brakes. And we want it to just be a single button, so not W but S. Apply, and then drag it to the brakes of our vehicles. So the brake inputs of our wheels. So now I think if we can do a little test and we spin our wheels, we can easily lock them.
Okay.
And so now we can just go out and test it. Now the only major changes we did here was add horizontal friction, more in the back and less in the front, and brakes. And we'll see already a pretty drastic improvement on the vehicle handling.
The pressure's on.
Oh, we forgot to change that gear ratio. So we start up slow still. And now you see it's a lot more easily controlled.
Definitely.
And it's very slow.
Well, it's definitely not sliding around like it was.
Yeah. I mean, it might still have the chance to skid out, but definitely not as easily.
Right. Okay, so we
But-
just built a car or ground vehicle,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. I think
ATV.
an ATV, and I think that is it Get Skid or Gun? You wanted to show a vehicle as well, didn't you?
I would like to show a more complex vehicle than this.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
So what we're going to switch gears a little bit. Again, if you guys are watching the stream and you have this game, or you're thinking about, you got questions about the building, just put it in the chat, or about building a ground vehicle, a car, basically, just put it in the chat. I've got a lot of people in the voice with me here, to include one of the developers. So between all of us, I'm sure we can answer it. So we've got. So I'm going to end this screen share right now. And Jordan, there we go. Let's see. Are we connected? Someone sing a song while we're doing this. It got so quiet in here. Hey,
We
Gun,
need the Jeopardy music.
are we hooked up on Skype? I think so.
Ooh, that background.
Nice.
Okay, here we go. Oh, damn. You guys are gonna. Okay, so we got us. I like it. Hold on here. I gotta get it over to. All right. All right, guys. So this is Gun's Beast. That thing is awesome. All right. And I'm gonna let you take over, Gun. You tell us about this thing and whatever I guess you want to share about the tuning and what you've done with this thing and what is it. I think I've lost Gun or something.
Well, let's take a look.
This
There
is
he
a
is.
muscle car inspired.
Oh, here we go. Hey, Gun.
He's probably
For
having
some
difficulty.
reason, it's losing. Just for some reason, losing authority. So maybe if you enable your Skype
I
with
can't.
my voice.
I can hear you now. I can hear you through Discord. If you go into Skype on the bottom right there, you can turn down the volume in Skype.
I think he can't talk at the same time.
What my problem is that it's for some reason losing authority. To use this program over the games
Okay.
games
Oh, I
program.
see.
For some reason.
Huh.
Skype is trying to take over.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and unmute your settings on the Skype or your speaker.
You for me, you mean?
Yeah, on your
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
Okay.
So go to the 5 dotted bars.
This is getting technical. I warned these guys on a lot. Awkward moments. This is what happens when you live stream. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna be.
Someone's getting a paddling.
Yep. Someone's gonna be getting over this. I'll be in the boss's office on Monday. Okay. I think. Is that working for you now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Good, good.
Oh, but we can't.
Yeah, that's okay.
Can
we
the
just can't
stream
talk.
here?
Okay. I got you on the screen.
Can the stream hear me?
They should be able to. Yeah.
Okay, so if you see this jumble of wires after a good long while of saving your vehicle and creating your vehicle and adding different things to your vehicle, still the basics are you still have your seat, which is right here. Your seat.
Holy cow. You got
Which
a
is
lot of
connected.
stuff in there. Holy cow.
Which is connected to everything.
Wow.
And this is still connected to only 4 wheels. These wheels each have this is my back wheels. See how it has the drivetrain. So this is for the red engine. It's connected to 4 engines are connected to 1, 2, 3 drive shaft mergers. What those mergers do is combine the red engines into 1 drive shaft. So for every 2 engines, you're going to need a drive shaft merger, and then the second one is connect 2 pairs of engines.
How did you figure this out? That's all I mean, did you just experiment?
Yeah, I ended up having an experiment.
Okay.
I even went so far as actually having both gearboxes. For a while, I had a gearbox, the simple gearbox. Yeah, simple. connected to the car transmission, which is here.
Okay.
What I figured out is this is the gear coefficient that works the best for 4 engine, a 2002 kilogram car. So what I found out after I probably tried maybe quadruple that number of tries to get this gear coefficient. But basically, all I use is the 0.85 gear ratio, which is my second gear. Or this actually my first gear, which will show the number gear 1.
Okay.
Because 0 means reverse, neutral will be your gear 2, meaning gear 1, and forward will be gear 2. Neutral still will give you force. You will still go forward because these engines work weirdly. So
Okay.
what you would want to do is aim for a good gear 1, but which when you're driving it is gear 2. So 0.45 gives me the most acceleration, which isn't much compared to those green cars. The green engines, the simple engines, which I highly recommend you using. This was more of a trial and error, and I wanted to solve this issue. I really wanted to solve this engine, which I pretty much have. So then I put 0.85. But first off, I cannot reach the maximum speed of my gear 2 when I'm on the flatlands that they just added. I cannot get to the top speed. The top speed of my gear 2 that I have reached is around 900 miles an hour. Or
Wait,
kilometers.
in second gear?
Second gear, or this game's first gear, it's around 900.
Okay, that's moving, man. It's moving.
And I haven't even needed to use my second or third gear ratio, which would be the second gear ratio on this board.
How about we fly out to the flatlands and bring this back up, maybe spawn the vehicle? Because I think I'd love to see this thing drive. I want to see this thing go. And then once we get out there, if you want to talk about wheels a little bit or what else you wanted to talk about. Now, if you can't follow some of this or see it, obviously this is recorded, so this video will be available after the stream's over if you want to watch it and pause things and look at the lines. But I will tell you this. The best way to learn some of this stuff is just to join our Discord community, because these guys are in here all the time, and they will help you if you have questions about any of this stuff they're talking about. Because some of this stuff is just way over my head, but they're more than willing to help you out. So I think Ignis might have took off for a minute. Oh, he's. Hey,
Ignis took off.
He's on. Okay.
Hit for a little bit.
Okay.
So cool.
Kids.
Around.
No worries.
I think we might have. Is the stream slowing down a little bit there?
I'm getting choppy.
Yeah.
But that might be because of my connection. I don't know.
No.
Are you guys able to?
I think your plane froze on the screen. It might be on your end, maybe. I don't think it's on mine. I can see your browser now.
On the stream is going.
Oh dear, hide it.
All right. Let's see. Are you on the land already, or?
Yeah, No, I'm not on the flatlands. Hold on a second.
Okay. Uh-oh. I think I might have lost connection.
Oh no. Everybody in the chat is like, I want to see it ride.
I want to see.
how
I want to
fast it
see this
goes.
thing do 900 in second gear.
All right, do you see the build screen? I resent
Oh,
you.
I wish.
Yep.
Okay. So I reset to the runway where
I wish Aperture was here.
where I know what I'm doing
All
to
right.
get to the flatlands. This would probably be for the best anyway. Me having to reset. Are you able to see this still?
Yeah, it's going to come back up on the stream. I can see it. Oh, so what's happening, guys? There's different land areas in Homebrew. There's this area, this main island area. There's also this big flatland, which you're going to see pretty soon, where you can kind of test out your, I'd say, fast ground vehicles. There's this kind of super highway right there below you to go around the island with cars, vehicles. There's also a smaller island. And then there's another island that has actually like a big mountain on it you can go to, which is pretty cool. So this world will continue to expand as the game continues to get updated. So
The same work.
Now, does that mountain actually have a name? Because I just call it Hero Mountain.
I don't know, Mount something. When Ignis comes back, or does anybody know in the voice chat what it might be called?
Yeah, sorry.
Is the mountain got a name?
The mountain map? Yeah, it's Hero Mountain.
Oh, Hero
Okay.
Mountain.
Well, at least the mountain map is Hero Mountain.
That's awesome. Is there any story
that
behind
giant mountain?
any story behind the name? How you guys came up with that?
I don't really know actually. I think because we needed a mountain map, and it's like, well, every big model we call a hero model, you know?
Uh-huh.
So like the full high detail model of anything is the hero name of item.
Okay.
So it's, yeah, just Hero Mountain.
Hero Mountain.
Oh, on the island.
And then Hero Flat, obviously.
It's
That's
called.
just flatland.
Okay, so we're about to see this muscle car. Second gear is going to hit how fast again are we going to see here?
Almost 900
100 kilometers an hour.
But no.
I love that hood scoop he did.
That's nice.
Yeah, that hum.
Jesus.
You want to show the speedometer in the car?
He's like going 400 in
Eight.
second
Oh,
gear.
second gear. He's in 900 almost. He just hit 900 second gear.
Well, okay, so I've reached before.
Realism.
Yeah, I
this
think
is
somebody
easy.
needs to work on that drive shaft.
Yeah,
logic.
because that thing would be melting. It would be lava. It would be molten. Holy cow, that's one big second gear.
I'm still able to moderately control from what I told you
What are the RPMs
of how
at on
to
that
set
engine?
up the
Far too high.
controls with the wheel friction and
I
suspension.
wish Aperture
fluid.
was here. His,
Friction crack.
I have his buggy,
Uh-huh.
which goes
I-
Mach 1 in first gear.
What?
So, by
He has 7 simple Falcons.
I think we're losing
no,
you. I think we lost you. Oh, there
I
you
think
go.
at that point you should put a ramjet on it and see what it can really do.
Because it can reach the speed to activate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that thing. Yeah, I do like the scoop on the hood. Holy cow. All right. I'm gonna close that out because I think we're getting some
Yeah.
laggage there. And I'm gonna bring Discord back up. Okay, so I don't even. That was crazy. I don't know how you figured all that out, but I think that's the whole thing with this game. I don't know if you guys want to chime in, but I mean, you could come up with some crazy stuff in that tuner.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Did you want to show them Colin's automatic gear
Do you have that?
shifter.
You have
I
it?
have it. I don't think Colin is strong enough to like Colin's signal is strong enough.
Okay. You want to bring it up, and then Bear and you guys can talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Sure, sounds good.
All right. All right, we're going to talk about an actual automatic transmission that Bear came up with, Bear Grylls, which is Colin in here. And we're going to talk about an automatic transmission, which I haven't even seen this yet. I'm going to get my mind blown by this now.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
gonna be
that's
interesting.
Super cool.
All right, I'm going to turn the volume down, though, in... Where's... speaker. Let's turn that down. All right. Okay, here we go. Automatic transmission. Here we go. And while we're getting set up for this, we have some competitions that are going on. One's wrapping up, and that's a plane challenge. And in that plane challenge, we'll be announcing the winners on Wednesday on a live stream and giving out some keys to the winners, top 3. And then we're also doing American Muscle Car Challenge. That's currently going on. So if you've not started on building an American Muscle Car, you still can get into that one. And there will be keys to the winners. And the top winner will get their vehicle into the game as a default vehicle.
I'll call my car the baseline. If you can make one that's cooler than that, you should probably submit it.
Well, there's some pretty cool ones I've seen so far.
That Impala, man.
Yeah, boy, some of this competition, they are really good at skinning their vehicles with those adjustable plates.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally crazy.
Okay, so you guys want to go for it. Talk about automatic transmission. What do you got?
So this is basically, it's a speed-based automatic transmission. The idea is to use the logic boxes to make certain points, getting data from the speedometer, at which it sends a signal to the gearbox to shift gears. Now, I can't hear Salty, so is he still here?
You might have the same problem I did.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, the milkman?
Well, we'll just carry on without him.
Yeah. So as he's driving, it detects the speed and then changes gears automatically. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I imagine he'll bring up the logic tuner to show us this later. It's not an incredibly complicated system, but it does require some tweaking to get it working. Yeah. Now, the great part about this game is you're able to do so many things with the inputs and the outputs from various systems to link them all together like this. You know, using stuff from the speedometer to control the gearbox or your brakes or whatever you want to do.
Okay.
So I think we're going into the tuner here. We're a little disjointed. We don't have the audio from the guy whose video we're watching. Plus, I'm watching it on YouTube, which is 10 or 15 seconds behind.
Yeah, don't watch it there.
I don't
system
know, going.
I don't know why. Well, I guess I can bring up on my end. I'll bring up. Hello, can you hear me? Sated Milkman. Yeah. I don't know why we've lost him.
Maybe he accidentally muted his mic.
I don't know, because I don't think I muted mine on Skype.
If he's using the web browser, it doesn't work no matter what. I don't know what was happening with mine.
There we go. Hey, bud.
Okay.
Good job.
Salty's back.
All right, there we go.
Oh wait. Can you hear me in Discord also?
Are you in Discord
Yeah,
now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
There's an echo
Okay,
now.
because I turned up my volume for Skype as well, so that's weird.
Okay, go ahead and talk now.
No, it's working now. Don't touch it.
All right. So the automatic gear system is this bottom section right here. And there's quite a few logic in here. There's 11 modify boxes, 3 transistor boxes, 2 combined boxes. It's just a crow's nest. So we got our speedometer going to another modify box, which basically just gives a max and a min you want your max to be way higher than your maximum speed, because the actual number that's going in here is your speed. So then this modify box goes to 4 of these. These 4 boxes is going to be the point at which your first gear maxes out, your second gear maxes out, third gear, and fourth gear maxes out. So as you see, I have a negative offset. So my first gear reaches about 85 kilometers per hour. So we want an offset of about negative 80. So when it reaches 81 kilometers per hour, this modify box will give an output of +1. That +1 will go into this combined box. And from there, the combined box will shift up a gear. This is the part I'm still a little bit shifty on. Colin is way more knowledgeable on this. But this is basically just gathering all the speeds and shifting them, or gathering them all to be shifted. It's a little bit difficult, but this is your shifting up part right here. So when you hit first 81 miles per hour, this is going to give you a value of 1 to output to the transistor. And the way the transistor works is the trigger will be placed at a value. Ours is set at 1 right now, so that when we hit our 85 miles per hour or kilometers per hour, this is going to give an output of 1, which is going to trigger the trigger, I guess, and give an output to shift the gear up. So it's a little bit complex.
The reason that transistor is there is so that when the combined box is outputting a negative number, you're not letting a signal through to that gear up on the gearbox. Yeah. So that's the cutoff for that.
And the way we don't continuously shift up when we hit 85 is that we are getting a current gear and dragging it all the way back to subtract from our current one. So it's when we're in first gear, it's going to give us an output of 0 because it's subtracting 1. Fifth gear, it's output of 0. So.
And you guys are setting the values of like when it goes from first to second to third. You're able to modify that?
So it shifts from first to second at 81 kilometers an hour, and from second to third at 130 kilometers an hour. And then third to fourth is 180. And then finally, from fourth to fifth, it's 230.
Okay.
I know that we'll be making a detailed video on this, explaining it exactly, because it's not really something that you can just share in a stream and hold somebody's hand through. It's really complicated.
Well,
for just, you know.
and didn't we have other person come up with like ABS brakes already too?
Yeah, that was Lizard. I have his thing here, or I have a vehicle that I made with it, which is my simple little car. I want to say it's this one.
And we may be able to simplify something like the automatic gearbox later. You know, I was talking with some of the devs, and, you know, they're always open to suggestions for logic parts. And we were thinking about, you know, how to handle input to the gearbox in a more friendly manner, like having an input that selects your desired gear in addition to having the up-down buttons.
Right.
So it's like you just send in a 5 to that input, and it would automatically shift to fifth gear.
Yeah, instead of
simplify a lot of that logic. Yeah.
All right, so I'm just putting this up at the moment.
Yeah, I think I was talking to one of the devs earlier tonight, I think through Skype, and there was some discussion about that. Like if somebody comes up with, say, with the a logic box for like automatic transmission or whatever, that eventually they could share that through Steam Workshop, and it would just be something you add in to your build. Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, being able to share assemblies that are already linked up, and then you just drop them on your vehicle. And when you go to your tuner screen, it'll be grouped in its own little box or whatever.
Right.
All right. So this is a little ABS system that Frowning Lizard came up with. It also has a automatic handbrake. So when you first spawn in your vehicle, that handbrake is toggled to where when you throw your vehicle in, it won't slide. It'll stay exactly where it's at because the back wheels are locked up. And that's used with the combined box and the ABS. The ABS is just a simple cycle box into a transistor. So the cycle box has the input going into the input of the transistor. putting out a variable number between 0 and 1. And that's connected to all the brakes, except for our back ones, because we have our automatic handbrake, we had to put it into a combined box. And that's set on additive to where either if we push the brakes, the back ones will lock up, or if we spawn it in, the back ones will lock up. But our brakes are, I want to say it's S. No, it's
Yo, can I drop aperture
Go ahead.
in the live stream channel?
Yeah. Where do you want to drop it? Into Discord?
Oh, he wants
just
to put.
in in the live stream.
Yeah. Where are you going to put it? Sure, put it in there. Yeah. Up in the chat.
He's talking about Aperture, the person dropping him, having him join us.
Oh, yeah. Bring him in. Well, who is it?
Aperture.
Oh, where's
Aperture
sorry.
Science.
I'm sorry. I'm looking for.
That's where the drugs are coming in.
Well, I am sorry, guys. I don't see Aperture
That's funny.
in there.
Tell Aperture to join multiplayer 1 first.
Yeah.
I can show off Aperture's little buggy too. That goes Mach and Gear 1.
Aperture does not have access. I don't even see him in. Oh, there he is. There we go.
There we go.
All right, we got Aperture
Yeah.
in here, and somebody else join us. No, maybe not.
Yeah, I accidentally switched.
Okay. All right, back up on the screen, looking at the. Is this the? What is this thing?
This is Aperture's buggy.
Okay.
He shared this with me, which has, I think, 7 simple Falcon engines.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. And it's very stable and goes Mach in Gear 1. So let's go ahead and shift up. Get rid of the controls. Start our engine. And it just takes off. When I first got this, I was very surprised.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's Mach.
That's first gear?
Yeah, this is first gear still. He likes testing underwater. Oops.
What is powering this thing?
6 Falcons. He likes going and testing underwater, which I think is almost absurd.
Hold the brake. And it just takes off.
Can we see the tuner on that? I want to see how that thing is.
I don't have it because I downloaded this vehicle.
Okay. Can you show it on the
But I can
flats
show
again,
off.
though?
Yeah, sure. I gotta get to the flats. So
I just want to see. Don't drive it right away. Like if you could look at it from the outside, I just want to see what it looks like again.
yeah.
Who's is this your plane? Hey, Saded, is that your plane you were flying?
Yeah, that was my plane.
That's nice.
Yeah. Now I gotta find his buggy again.
Okay, and on the back there, does that wing create some downforce?
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. Aperture can talk more about it.
Okay, Aperture, you in here?
Yeah.
So does that wing on the back create some downforce to keep the vehicle down?
Yeah, if you go into third person mode while you're driving it and you go into Mach, you'll see the rear end of it getting really pulled down to the ground very a lot.
Okay, so what he's saying is that when you're going Mach, you'll see these suspension really pushed down.
Let's check it out. You got the
Right.
the air flaps or brake flaps on there for turning.
Yeah,
or yeah.
those are operated. Those open up when you hold down space for braking.
Okay. All right. Let's see this.
Oh yeah, it works really well.
Let's see this thing
It's
go.
like the
I gotta make sure I'm
Bugatti
not flying towards the water. So these flaps should
That thing is awesome, man. Just broke the sound barrier. Jeez, that is crazy.
Yeah. When I first got it, I was just astounded when I went into first gear and it just kept climbing.
All right.
But I can show off some more of the cool stuff people
Yeah, I
donated.
mean, I'm not in a big hurry, so if you want to show something else.
Yeah.
One thing I was thinking about doing was firing the game up and showing a couple quick things about plating. I don't know if people want to see that on a vehicle, but
I'm doing that right now on my monster truck. We could try to see that again.
okay, what is this?
This is Crook's. Crook is Colin, right?
That is correct. Or
Yep.
Bear
This
or
is
whatever.
Crook's little hovercraft.
Oh, I love this thing.
Look at that. How are you steering it?
So the A and D key control roll. The shift and control your pitch. So shift makes me go, or not pitch, but your altitude. So shift makes me go higher. Control makes me go lower. And the arrow keys control my yaw. And then A and D control roll.
Does it
if
got a
I'm
gyro
correct, that
on that?
only
Oh, he's got a gyro. Okay.
it does. It only has a gyro to stabilize. It doesn't have any rotational gyros.
Okay. That
But
is
it gets
amazing.
going pretty good.
Yeah, the concept of this thing is it has those rockets mounted on rotators. And in order to control, either how much lift it has, it just aims them a little bit down. You see, like when he presses shift, they aim down a little bit. When he presses control, they flatten out.
Right.
And so in order to like pitch forward, the rear rockets just rotate a little bit more, and that tilts your craft forward.
Oh, it can break Mach.
Yeah, how's it even getting forward momentum? I don't see how it's even doing that.
When you
Kind of like a
pitch
helicopter.
forward,
Okay.
yeah, like when I pitch forward, you can see the rockets are just pushing me forward a little bit.
Right.
But I'm not sure how to brake either because it's like a hovercraft kind of thing.
Once you get going fast,
Yeah,
you
see,
can
it's
slow
like
down.
if I turn completely vertical.
And so this thing uses output from the gyrometer box to adjust all of your rockets and minute little adjustments to keep you stable. That's why I can just hover in one place.
That's
Where
crazy.
am I?
I mean, it looks so simple, but I mean, it's amazing they got to fly like that.
There's another one I've called. Oh, sand glitch.
The good old sand glitch.
And then here's Colin's. What is
Yeah.
this? The F-22?
This thing's a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing's amazing right here.
I want to say it's P to throttle. Yeah.
Yeah, I made this thing kind of before we had non-buggy wheels, so it doesn't have any landing gear. Kind of need to add those, I think.
No,
Yeah.
but this is fun. This is a fun one to fly right here.
Hey guys, I actually have to go. Thank you for letting me show the viewers my vehicle and a little bit about the red engines.
No, it was interesting. Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
thank you. Thanks, Gun. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Take care.
See ya.
Okay.
I don't think I have any other vehicles to show off.
That was
Oh,
what was
this one I still cannot get to fly for the life of me. This was another one of Aperture's.
Okay, I think we have a troll
Yeah.
in
I clicked.
Discord. I need to take care of real quick.
Excellent.
That's our first one.
Actually, second.
Oh,
I've
really?
already kicked someone else.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, scroll up and see dick butt.
Oh, jeez. All right. Let me go. I was hoping that wasn't going to happen, but
What were the
This is the
trolls?
price you pay for popularity.
Ah, I see. Numbs.
so stupid. Let's see if are they. Yeah, that's too bad. All right,
Well, overall, this Discord is great, though.
it is.
It's so convenient for all the homebrew players who are online to just instantly share their stuff with each other. Have a
Yeah,
little
Oh, yeah.
voice chat while they're building.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what I like the most is the voice chat while building. Because you have some simple questions and stuff that you just, I mean, you could ask on the forums, but how long is that going to take?
And it's so much easier if you've got a problem to have, just a real-time conversation about it
Yeah.
instead of a staggered conversation on forums.
Right. We've got Loot Matt. When are we going to see one of your vehicles? Loot Matt is in the chat, and I think is related in some way to the team. Ignis, am I correct
Loot
about
Matt
that?
was the troll.
No,
Kinda, yeah.
no. That I think actually, no. The Loot Mad that showed up in Discord is not the Loot Mad from the chat right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's a different.
it's a troll.
Yeah, the other. They're two different. Yeah.
Good.
I think we're gonna maybe wrap it up because I think the idea of this, this is the first time doing this, is kind of kind of a workshop to focus on one area. Just basically, we've seen some people having some struggles with getting their first car to kind of get running. This is recorded. It'll be on the channel, once the stream's over. So if you want to go back and watch it, you can kind of see the basic hookups. But what I will say, and I think these guys will agree, is that if you really need help on getting something going, just jump in and join us in Discord, and that will be the fastest way to get help. So you can always check that out. It's a free program. It's real easy to use, and it offers voice as well. And like I said, we got about 53 members in there right now, and that's only been since last Thursday, so it's great to see. That thing is crazy, too, you're flying. Who made that?
Yeah, I think this is another crooked one. It's the quadcopter.
No, somebody else made this.
Let me take a
I
look.
saw it posted earlier.
Tilted.
Tilted.
Tilted
Yeah,
made
there
it,
we go.
yeah.
It kind of flies the same way as my rocket thing. Same basic concept, just using propellers instead.
Yeah, and we will have some future streams where it will be more content focused on like community vehicles. So we'll do some featured builders basically and show their vehicles, and we'll do some of those. Also some events when multiplayer comes online here in the near future. That bus is awesome. And again, on this Wednesday coming up, we'll be doing a live stream where we announce the winners of the plane challenge, and then we also got the American Muscle Car Challenge going on as well. What happened to the top of your bus? Did it get in a crash?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
What? Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah, because I don't like the skin system.
Uh-huh.
Like I wish there was symmetry mode.
Right.
So I just made it to look like it was pretty damaged.
I actually like that.
So I then turned it into a demolition derby monster truck bus.
All right, get some air.
Nice.
I love the doors, the little glass doors.
He's got the stop
Yeah.
sign too. Oh,
It's brilliant.
no way. Oh, no. Dude, that is epic. All right, and the stream here with the good. Get some air, jump off.
Yeah,
this
I'm trying
baby.
to. I got to get over there.
All right.
And I got to get over there faster. So
My buggy.
Or maybe you could go to the mountain. Do the mountain. Show them the mountain.
all right. So I need a little bit faster vehicle
Yeah.
for the
We're
mountain.
going to show you guys the mountain, and he'll get some air. And while he's doing that, I'm going to start thanking people that were in here because I just love that these guys are all sharing their knowledge about this game. Aperture Science was in here. Colin, which I think was Bear Grylls, right?
That's correct.
Get Skid, Ignis from the development team. Awesome that he could be here. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Yep. I think Nevada or Tommy I think he's getting some well-deserved rest. Sated Milkman, thank you so much for bringing up your screen. And we had who else? Who just left? I'm so bad with names.
Gun Up was here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa, I missed
Shout out to
Mountain.
him. And then Squash as well. Appreciate you guys all being in here and again sharing your knowledge with people watching the stream. Hopefully they got something out of it. And again, the video will be up shortly once we're done with the stream. And I'll put back up there we go. And we're going to end this at Hero Mountain.
Yeah, trying to. I just completely failed and couldn't find it.
And the other thing that's cool is in this game, there is actually a compass you can make. You can make a compass.
Yeah.
If you go off this and hang a little bit to the left, I think it's a little bit right over that small island right there.
Oh. Yeah, the small island's right there.
Yeah.
It should be right about here. And with this, I get there in no time. There it is.
Yep. Nice. Damn, that thing is fast, dude.
Yeah, it goes, I think 4150.
What?
Yeah, it has
Nice.
4 ramjets.
Now, can the bus get to the top of that mountain?
Oh, sure it can.
Oh, get up there and let's get some air. bring it down the mountain once you get up there.
It's a little bit of slow, so it takes a while to get up the mountain, but I've only gone up it twice. Oh.
Oh.
All right, so we'll take it slow then. I don't think I can
do you
roll
got
it.
a
I
co-
haven't added a rollover option.
Do you got a copy of my cherry bomb?
I do. Of course I do. When I saw it, it was awesome. So I'll try and take the slow
I love
route
this
out.
mountain right here. Now, Ignis, are you
Yeah, I
guys?
remember reading the patch notes.
Yeah, Ignis, is there going to be more land coming? Is it going to expand out even more?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
We need to add a lot more areas.
Oh, this
Okay,
is
cherry
like
bomb
this.
time.
This is like yeah. Get the cherry bomb, dude. Bust out the cherry bomb.
This is behind the scenes.
Oh! Oh!
Okay.
Where's the cherry bomb going?
There we go.
You're not going to get.
Gotta
that
hope
thing.
I get in the right
You're not
seat.
going to get. Oh, there you're
What's
in.
your brakes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just fired up. It is
With-
manual.
You
clutch.
actually have a compass on this now.
Yeah, my compass is right to the bottom right there. Yep.
Oh, your gears are weird.
Yeah, they're.
I always have my gear down on Q. Oh, shoot. See, I geared down instead of...
Yeah, I think E is gear up.
Yeah. No, yeah, gears. Okay, there we go.
Let's see if the cherry bomb.
I always have my gear down on Q and E is the gear up. Yeah, doesn't this one have a gyroscope in it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I want to go up that one.
Yeah,
I think this is actually a little bit too wide to go up there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like kind of
Climb
crisscross,
the landmass.
yeah, back and forth a little bit. Come on,
It's a little bit too wide for that path.
Yeah, don't embarrass me, cherry bomb.
Oh,
You're not gonna make it, dude. I mean, we were ready to see you get to the top of Hero Mountain.
This is behind the scenes. No editing.
Well, I told these guys when we started the stream, I said, when you do a stream, it's like everything goes. It never goes as planned, but I'm not giving up on you. Come on, you can do it.
I'm going to go the slow
believe in you,
route.
Salty.
Yes.
Okay, now. Oh, that's your cherry bomb's pretty wide.
Listen how he's blaming it on the vehicle now. Has
It
nothing.
is.
It's nothing to do with the driver.
A good artist doesn't blame his tools, man.
That's right.
Hey, I'm not the artist of this vehicle, so I can blame it. Does it climb better in third gear or something? Because mine it's special like that. It climbs better in a higher gear.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
But it looks like we're slowly making it. Oh.
I mean, am I gonna have to take over?
I think you might have to. I'll get my buggy.
Oh, I can't. My arm's not working. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
I have no idea where that's gonna spawn. And I have the automatic handbrake. That's not working.
What? Do you need to fire up the Wasp? Maybe the Wasp could get up that baby.
Oh, my difficulties with the Wasp. It doesn't work with me. The Wasp doesn't work for me.
Don't you have my ATV?
Use my buggy.
I mean, use something. We got to end the stream on a high note.
We'll get up the mountain. Oh.
What?
This is like Murphy's Law for the stream.
We're not turning this off.
Run away.
To the top. If this means another hour, I don't care.
We'll get to the top. All
2 hours later.
We'll get to
Oh my goodness. Come on.
I just straddled the mountain. All right. Here we go.
Oh, pick a different vehicle. That thing's not getting up there, dude.
Oh, this is getting up there. So I got to downshift to go backwards.
Well, this is your vehicle, right?
Yeah, this one I made a while ago.
Okay. I like the pipes on the back. It's almost
Yep.
like a rolling coffin.
Oh, thanks.
It looks
Thanks. That's what I need for this mountain.
All right, if you don't make it this time, you're getting another vehicle out, though. Dude,
Oh, dear.
dude,
Let's
just
get
get another one out.
I don't think I have his ATV. I have a simple dozer from Aperture, which I don't even know.
Oh, you should try the tank.
I've drove this like tank.
Yeah,
All right.
try the tank.
This thing's a beast.
Look at that.
Oh, it's in. He started it in first gear.
You're in reverse.
Okay. Gear up. It's not gearing up. Okay, there we go.
There you go. All right, come on. Dude, where?
This is pretty steep.
Where are you going?
Oh my.
Oh my god. Oh, this is the best part of the
Well, I
stream.
know who made
is
this. It
gonna
was
make
one
it
of
up
the
this
devs that
mountain?
made this. One of the devs made this. And
I
they
think
have it only the back two wheels drive.
Okay, this is what I'm
Wait,
gonna
you
love
mean the
about.
tank?
Yeah, the tank. The
I think
speed
it was
tank. Only
Fiskov.
the
Was it Fiskanoff or?
I think this might have been NVIDIA.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he made it to where the only wheels that are powered by the engines are the back ones.
Go, you got this, buddy. You got it.
Rookie mistake.
You got this.
Oh
Come
no.
on, people in the stream are cheering you on.
Or just laughing at me.
Catherine Deegan says one day
Yeah.
you'll get there. There's a lot of meaning behind that.
It looks like he's actually just going down this mountain. I mean, every time he
Uh-oh.
spawns a new vehicle, we're further down the mountain.
I noticed that. Oh my
2
god!
steps forward, 50 steps back.
I mean,
No, stop.
oh my god, dude.
Okay. A little bit of editing here.
Get something else. Try the quad.
Which quad?
Don't you have a quad?
Which one? The Apertures?
Yeah, try that.
All right.
Whew, this is. I mean, if you can't make it up there on that, then there's a problem.
I gotta remember what his brake is.
Oh, no.
Space. Everybody has their keys mapped differently. All right, so I've technically made it up, but
No,
we need
you're
to
not
get to the top.
You got to get to the
Yeah.
top. This stream is not complete. Catherine says, or not, that we might not make this.
All right, just slow and steady.
Just believe.
You can do
All right.
it.
Going off the trail now.
Well, don't get
Took
cocky.
a little shortcut. He has this gear ratio so high or so low.
I know
so
it's a
its
trend. He blames it on the
acceleration's
builder.
insane.
I know that. It's all the builder.
Yeah. Well, I've made
Yeah,
it. So which one do I ramp off the top now?
Okay, now we're gonna. Yeah. Well, how's your bus, dude? Should we do your bus down the mountain?
We can if I don't fall down the mountain myself.
Yeah, take your bus down that. I think that would be epic. And just get full throttle, man. Just get it going.
Well, we have this area to work with. This small little. I can start up here.
Yeah, there you go, right there.
Yeah, here we go.
Hello,
Like ramp off this area or.
hello, Rui Krishna. Welcome to the stream. We're about to wrap this up, guys. This is the last part. We're about to take, I think, the school bus. No kids on board. Nobody's going to be hurt. Down Mount.
For now.
Yep, for now. Mount. This is Mount Hero. Down the mountain.
Oh dear.
I love this. You know,
This is-
you know, I'm going to razz you now on Discord.
Oh my god. What?
This is the- oh, jeez. Make sure you put the stop sign out, too.
Okay, we got it. So put the stop sign.
All right, wait,
out.
let's do a countdown. Hold on.
We gotta have the emergency
All right.
exit out.
Everybody in voice. We're gonna go from. We're gonna count down from 10. You guys ready? 10,
Ready.
9,
10,
9,
8, 7,
5,
6,
7,
7,
6,
6,
5,
5,
4.
4,
I don't know which one to go on.
7.
2,
Go!
1.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Oh.
Keep
Now
it
I don't
together,
have any
baby!
stabilization in this.
You know those kids
Oh,
are so...
calculated.
Oh, you brought it back together.
Calculated.
Get it. Get it. Oh, yeah. You're going to get some air.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Do you hear the
Wait,
kids
here we go.
screaming?
We'll flip on this bottom part. Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Uneventful.
I can get my stop sign to flip me up. Hang on.
There you go. Will it? All right, guys. This has been Homebrew Vehicle Sandbox workshop number 1. It started off the basics of building, and then we really went off on some tangents on some crazy stuff, and then we wrapped it up with this 20-minute climb of
Worth it.
We did it, though.
I just want to assure the users that normally it does not take that long to climb the mountain.
And again,
my game actually just crashed.
Yeah. Well, again, big shout out to everybody in the voice channel, Aperture Science, Colin, Bear Grylls, Get Skid, Ignis from the dev team, Sated Milkman, and Squash. This has been Shake and Bake, guys. Thanks for watching the stream. Join us in the link in Discord. Unless you're a troll, then you'll get kicked out, because we do have a real positive community here with really, really nice people that are helping each other. So please feel free to join us. Cheers, peace, guys, and we will see you soon.
Peace.